till I'm restored. Hey, Carolyn, how you doing? Now I am free. Now I am free. Just waiting for more people to come in. Hope you're having a good day. You're the cool waters. My soul's been searching for. I'm great. You're the fresh. How are you? How is Leonard? When I search for more, I drink you in. I breathe you in till I am whole again. Hey there, how are you? Let me see where you're signing in from today. What time is it? Where are you? Hello from Ghana, West Africa. It is 10 p.m. here. Giving my love. Quiet for me. Independence Day was quiet. I'm in cleaning my closet mode. Now I am free. Laurel, Maryland is in the house. Where's everybody signing in from? What time is it where you are? I just thought I'd sign on and say Happy International Women's Month. We are a force to be reckoned with, you know, us women. Cool water, cool water. Hey. Cool water. Yeah. I love music. I don't know about anybody else, but to me. Till I'm restored. Anybody needing some refreshment in their lives today? A fresh wind, a new start, a new beginning. Happy International Women's Month. And you know, most women feel overworked and underpaid, underappreciated, right? So I think it's nice that they set aside a month to celebrate womanhood. I hope you're celebrating being a woman. I love being a woman. I don't know about you. Anybody else in the house loves being a woman. I love being a woman. I'm so glad God made me a woman. Well, I just wanted to have a little music until some of us were in the house. Yes, somebody said yes. Ooh, now I'm free. Now I am free. So when we talk about International Women's Day, what's that really all about? What does that really mean to you, to be celebrated as a woman? I sometimes feel that women don't really know their power. Do you know how powerful you are? Good. I'm glad you enjoy being a woman. That's great. Um, and I think that we don't enjoy being women when we don't feel valued, when we don't feel respected, honored, appreciated. But I'm here to tell you that God treasures you. And from the beginning of time, He saw you as special, unique, and amazing. And he wants you to see yourself that way. You know, when it says love your neighbor as you love yourself, it's not talking about ego. What it's talking about is appreciating the work that God made you to be, appreciating his workmanship in you that makes you appreciate yourself, all that you bring to the party of life, all that you're able to contribute to other people. Um, I think sometimes we overlook that. We overlook the power of womanhood, the power that we have to nurture people into being more magnificent than they knew they could be. I think back over my life when I was in school, and I have to say, there were men in school, teachers that I kind of had a crush on, but the ones that really impacted me the most were my women teachers because they were always speaking into me. They were always imparting into me what was possible for Michelle. And I carried those things with me. I carried the fact that they recognized my creativity, my gift with words, and those things. There were little sentences in a day that affected me in major ways and made me who I am today. So never underestimate your power, just even in the simplest of encounters on a daily basis. When you tell someone, "Oh, don't you look nice today?" They might have been feeling really bad that day, and you spoke life into them when you affirmed that they looked good, right? Some people don't feel so good about themselves, and for someone to notice them becomes huge. You know, it's been said that human beings have five basic needs. The first, of course, is security, and then variety, and then to be loved, and then significance and growth. So we like those five things are at the top of our list. They're the things that make us feel good about ourselves, good about life. And we spend our whole lives, as my pastor says, trying to survive. It's about self-preservation, right? Self-preservation and being celebrated. So there we have it. Um, if you could tell me top of mind, what's most important to you? I'd love to know because it's on a sliding scale from day to day. What's most important, right? Today it might be is most important. Financial soundness might be most important for someone. Having love in their lives could be the most important thing for someone. Having security, being significant, leaving a lasting impact, creating legacy. There's so many different things that we each resonate in our hearts about when it comes to what's important to us. But what we need to know is that we are powerful, that we are unique, that we are special and set apart. And we need to begin to celebrate that a little bit more, don't you think? I always think about when the people were getting together to build Babel and God came down to see what they were doing. It must have been really something to make him get up and come down to see what they were up to. And as God counsels with himself, he counsels with himself, the Holy Ghost and Jesus, the three in one counsel with themselves. And he said, let's go see what they're doing. And then he said, behold, the people are one, and there will be nothing that they cannot do as one. What would happen if women became one? There's a lot of talk about uh, women not trusting one another, being in competition with one another. Um, I remember when I was really on the women's conference circuit, I would get this a lot. How do you make good friends? I don't seem to be able to make good friends. Wow, really? Because I had great friends. I couldn't even relate to not having good friends. But one of the things is in order to have friends, you got to show yourself friendly, right? Which means that be the friend that you want others to be to you. Let me say that again. Be the friend that you want others to be to you. How do you want to be treated? Do you want someone to call you up and check on you and see how you're doing and say, hey, was thinking about you today, just want to pray for you? What kind of friends do you want? Those do or die, ride or die friends, that just go through any and everything with you and they're still there at the end of it all. What kind of friend do you desire to have? then be that type of friend. Simple. A lot of people have problems of getting friends because they're not being friends. So, and then some people will say, well, I've been hurt by people, I've trusted people and been betrayed by them. That's natural and normal in life. I remember at one point in my life when something like that happened, God said to me, Judas is necessary in everyone's life. I said, what? Judas. Everybody's got to have a Judas. Okay. I said, why? That just seems a little extreme, Lord. Judas pushes you where you wouldn't take yourself. Because of Judas, Jesus went to the cross. Hmm? That's not because of, but Judas was the catalyst for getting Jesus to the cross. He wasn't going to just walk and volunteer to go to the cross. He was betrayed and given over to some folk who put him on the cross. So when you look at life and you think about the times that you were betrayed or the times that you were rejected, where did it push you to? Think about that. Hopefully, it pushed you someplace better than where you were because that's what it's designed to do. God allows those rejections and those disappointments and those things that happen in life to push you to the next level. Sometimes we get comfortable where we are, and something has to upset the apple cart, so to speak, to get us to move. And so today, as you consider life, consider the cycles that you probably have encountered in your life. Usually, everybody has a cycle. If I asked you, what was the cycle, that thing that just repeats itself over and over again in your life, what would you say? I have a couple of different ones, but I'm gonna keep them to myself today, but you can share yours if you want. Actually, I have to say, most of my cycles have been broken, which is a wonderful thing because the more we grow, those cycles should begin to break. Something different should be taking place in your life. So I want you to think about that. But being a woman, I love being a woman. I love the beauty of it all. I love the fact that I have this grace to nurture people, to nurture life in people, to be an encourager, to strengthen people, to give them hope, to help them, to just blow on their dreams. You know what I mean? I do that a lot. I love hearing about what people want to do. And then maybe that's why I'm a life coach. I don't know. But I love breathing life into people's dreams. I mean, the minute you share what you want to do with me, I can visualize exactly how to get it done. Isn't that something? That's just one of my gifts. I just love saying, "Oh, that's a great idea. Well, have you tried this and that?" All of a sudden, I see all the options. They just open up to me. And there's just something about being a woman. I think that women do that instinctively. That's why we're such heavy influencers. Uh, People are always chafing about, well, how come God gave man authority? Well, he gave you a greater gift. He gave you the gift of influence as a woman. And influence is ultimately more powerful than authority. Think about it. God has all authority. Does everybody line up and do what he says? No. Why? Because the heart influences them to do things differently. So remember that as women, we have power. There's a lot of women's empowerment talk going on. And I always ask the question, what are you empowering yourselves to do? Because if you're just empowering yourself to be a powerful woman, you're leaving a lot of important people out of the equation. We have to empower the men, we have to empower children. Weak men are the downfall of society at the end of the day. And so women are major influences. When we look at the book of Proverbs, it's a book of instructions from a mother, not a father. Isn't it interesting? One book written by women in the middle of the Bible. It's a mother instructing her son. Okay. On everything about life, from money to friendships to honesty to what kind of women to pick. I mean, Mama laid it down in 31 chapters. Okay. So when we talk about women being powerful, we have a lot to give, a lot to say, but let's say it the right way. We don't have to grow hair on our chest to get our point across. We don't have to act like men to get our point across or to get things done. We are vessels of influence. Now, when we talk about influence in the modern day world, we've got bloggers, we've got people now called influencers that, people pay a lot and they wear a certain thing and everybody runs to get it. That's old. There's nothing new about that. Women have been influencers from the beginning of time. And no, small wonder that God called wisdom a woman. Okay, also called folly a woman. So you can go one way or the other. But the beautiful thing about it is that God gives credit to women for their wisdom, their power, and their power of influence over men. I mean, let's face it, Eve influenced Adam to eat that fruit, didn't she? The serpent didn't go to Adam, he went to the woman, and the woman did the job for him. So from the beginning, we see the influence of women in the earth realm. Okay. So stop and think about it today and just look yourself in the mirror and say, I am a powerful woman. I am an influencer. How does that sound to you? Well, I want to have a longer dialogue about this with you. I am hosting a conference in Atlanta and Chicago. I will be in Atlanta April 26th and 27th, and I will be in Chicago May 3rd and 4th with the Diva Principle Conference. I am relaunching my book, The Diva Principle, which was a bestseller before. It is now expanded and re edited and has new information in it for you. And so many women I've met over the years have said, that book was my Bible. I'm like, oh, Lord, don't let it be your Bible, but let it be a guidepost for you. But it's just rich with nuggets of just sharing from the Word of God and in a practical sense, biblical divas. There were divas at the beginning of time. Um, they were influencers. They were powerful. They won wars. They did some things, and you have the capacity to do that too. And so, hopefully, I can share some life lessons with you from the Diva Principle. My new book that comes out in May 14th. It drops. If you'd like to be a member of the launch team for my book, you can email me, go on my website and send me in the contacts that you would like to be a part of that or sign up to be on the mailing list. And I will get you out a letter and show you how you can be a part of the launch team for the new Diva Principle book. Join me at the conference. It's going to be amazing. Shirley Ralph was supposed to be joining me in Atlanta, but she has been called to do something very special and very exciting. And as her sister, I encouraged her to take that opportunity. So she will not be with us, but she'll be there in spirit because she's just supportive that way. She is a sister. So I hope that you will come out. We're going to have free autograph books. We're going to have a concert. We're going to share a trailer from a movie that's going to be very special. We've got a panel lined up that is going to talk about resiliency and reinvention. We're going to have Q&A. It's going to be an amazing time. And I got to tell you that this conference is not like the normal conference. You're not going to come and just sit and look at everybody. No. You're going to do the head and heart work. We're going to guide you through some exercises, and it's a very interactive workshop day that leaves you with clarity that hopefully will transform you and give you hope for the areas that you felt stuck in. So I hope that you will join me. You can, Tega, can you put in the link for me? Tega's going to put the link in on the page so that you can see it, but you can log on to the divaprinciple.net. No, divaprinciple.org.
Net.
Is it net?
Yes.
Why do I always get that wrong? I'm not used to this net or com, US, well, all this stuff. The divaprinciple.net. Okay. Or michellehammond.com. That's simple. You can remember it because you can remember my name. Yes. Okay, got it. So I'd love to have you join me. It's going to be great. Going to have great lunch for you, of course. So we've thought of everything to make it a very special day for you. And as far as I'm concerned, um, hmm, you need to be investing in yourself, because if you're not aware of your power, you really need to invest in yourself to find out. You're missing opportunities for breakthroughs, opportunities to live the life that you dream about but don't know how to navigate to get to. I want to help you do that. So if you're in that place where you're ready to take your life to the next level, you need to join me at the Diva Principle Conference. Atlanta, Chicago. If you go on the website, hotels are there. Make it a girly trip. Get your friends. Say, girl, come on, let's go. Let's go and invest in ourselves. Let's power up. Okay. The theme of the conference is emerge, because I believe there's always something greater on the inside of us waiting to come out. Don't you feel that? Especially in International Women's Month. It's time to emerge. It's time to come out. It's time to level up, right? Take life to the next level. Now is the time for change. Let me tell you, this year is a catalytic year. And if you've noticed, I mean, if you're on the planet, you should be noticing that life is shifting drastically. My last book that came out last year was When Shift Happens, and I tell you, from the time that book got released, I've just been seeing all the shifts take place. And some of us are just got our hair on fire and don't really know how to navigate through those things. Please get that book if you're in that place. When shift happens, say yes to your next, because that's true. There is a next waiting for you. And you could miss it sometimes if you're just paralyzed by the shift. The shift is designed to get you to your next. So I want you to just consider where you are and make some notes to yourself tonight before you go to sleep. What do I want to see happen in my life? Where do I feel like I'm missing it? What do I feel I need more of? What are my options for getting what I want out of life? And how am I going to go about getting those things? How am I going to exercise my options? I think that sometimes when we're feeling stuck, we're not able to see our options, and I want to help you to be able to get clarity about what your choices are and how to move forward with those choices. Is there anything else I'm supposed to be telling them about takes? If you are in Ghana, come and join us for our Easter concert. My music ministry Relevance will be ministering on March 24th. And if you look on any of my social media pages, you'll see the poster. We'd love to have you. We are going to rock Easter, okay? We have all original music for Easter, written celebrating the power of the cross from Genesis to Revelations. If you're not in Ghana, you can still get the music. You can stream it on Spotify or Apple or iTunes. It's everywhere. It's called For Love's Sake, Michelle McKinney Hammond and Relevance. So you can stream it and enjoy the Easter cantata that way at your own leisure in your car, in your headphones. Put us on and blast it out. We're pretty excited about the music we've written and what we're going to be able to share for Easter. Um, hmm, life is good. Ladies, you need to just put your arms around yourself and say, I celebrate me today. I loved it when Niecy Nash said, I want to thank myself. Some of y'all need to thank yourself, okay, for showing up every day in spite of everything that life is throwing at you, in spite of the fact that you might not feel appreciated, in spite of the fact that you might not be where you want to be right now, but you're on your way. Just everybody just put in the chat, I'm on my way. Hey, Juanita, how are you? Good to see you. You know, we need to be able to, David did a lot of self talk. He talked to himself. He recognized the reality of some things that were going on in his life, but he would say, soul, trust in God. He just talked to himself. That doesn't mean you're crazy, right? It just means that You are your best cheerleader. Nobody's going to cheer you on like you're going to cheer yourself on. So it's very, very important to talk to yourself, talk to your spirit, talk to your soul. Say, I'm on my way. I might not be where I want to be right now, but I'm on my way. And I'm trusting God's perfect timing. I'm trusting his process in my life. I'm embracing the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, because I know that God is up to something in my life. God is up to something in your life. And as I said, this year is a catalytic year, if that's such a word. This year is going to be the catalyst for a lot of people to jump off into the next season of their life. A lot of stuff is going on, as you know, a lot of moving and shaking is happening, right? I mean, people are being uncovered, discovered, put down, set up, you name it. It's all happening this year. There's a whole lot of shaking going on. And I think you can get on the right side of shaking or the left side of shaking, depending on your mindset, your attitude, and what you believe in God for. Is God good or not? That becomes the question. And of course, the answer is he's better than that. He's better than good. He's greater than good. So I just want to encourage you tonight to embrace who you are. Embrace who you are as a woman. Know that you are uniquely formed and fashioned. You are not a second class citizen. You are powerfully made. You are unique in every way. God celebrates you and champions you so you can champion yourself. And so I just want to tell you that before I sign off tonight. If you haven't signed up for the Diva Conference, make sure you do that. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay? All right.